Right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another live session coming to you live and direct from the stable of C&T Tutors, Fajiri Adoekiti. Adedayo is my name, and I shall be your anchor for this particular session. Right now, we shall be delving into the world of literary appreciation as we take a look at some words which are very fundamental in the world of literature. And to begin with this evening, we shall be taking a look at the differences between comedy, tragedy, and tragicomedy as it applies to literature. Now, to begin with, when you talk about comedy, comedy simply entails a kind of literary work, a kind of play, a kind of literary work that involves a happy resolution of all contradictions that may have arisen in the course of such literary work. Now, when you talk about comedy, the first thing that comes to an average person's mind is laughter, entertainment, and fun. Why it might not be out of place to have these elements in a comedy, it is very important to know that the most important factor that makes a literary work to be classified as a comedy is the fact that all manner of complications that might have arisen in the literary work are usually resolved in an amicable manner. It is very important to know that amicable resolution is the major thing to look out for when it comes to comedy, and not purely laughter, fun, and entertainment. So comedy, in most cases, usually comes with light tension, light level of tension and all, but it's not purely all about laughter. So the basic thing to note about comedy is that it involves a happy resolution. A happy resolution of all complications. Now, there are different things that make up a comedy, and we're going to be delving into some of them right about now. The first thing I want us to know under comedy, the first thing I want us to discuss under comedy is what we call farce. So, like I said, comedy can be classified into various forms, and the first thing we are looking at now is farce. What is a farce? Essentially speaking, a farce is a comic play which thrives on absurdities and ridiculousness. Basically speaking, a farce does not encourage believability. It doesn't encourage believability, so it thrives on ridiculous and absurd events. And essentially, we need to also note that in a farce, believability is sacrificed for fun and entertainment. So what we are saying in essence is this: in a farce, the producers do not care about whether the audience believe the events or not. Their primary target is just to ensure entertainment and laughter on the part of the audience, and so on and so forth. So they don't care about anyone believing the content and all. So they are only afterwards entertainment and fun. So a farce does not encourage believability, because a lot of the events taking place in a farce are usually out of the ordinary. They are usually mysterious, they are usually strange, they are usually funny, they induce laughter, they induce fun and entertainment. But basically, nothing about believability is encouraged in the farce. Another form of comedy that we need to take a look at is what I call caricature. So essentially, what's a caricature? Is just a diagrammatic representation. A diagrammatic representation of a popular figure. And why is that diagrammatic representation coming up? It is simply coming up for the purpose of mocking such a noble or popular figure. So the primary intention is to mock or ridicule the figure in question. So if I decide to come up with a diagram of a popular figure in a very funny and ridiculous manner with the intention of drawing public ridicule towards such an individual, then it is perfectly described as a caricature. Then another form of comedy that we have is what we call dark humor. Now, what do we call dark humor? So a dark humor simply entails presenting a serious issue in a very unserious or in a light manner. When issues that require urgent attention are being treated in a light manner, as if they don't really matter or as if they are insignificant. So it is the treatment of serious issues in a very unserious or light manner. Now, a very good example of a dark humor can be seen in John Osborne's Look Back in Anger. If you take a look at that particular book written by John Osborne, you will realize that a lot of things that were being presented by Jimmy Potter were things that required urgent attention, but they were actually presented in a very light manner that made them seem trivial, irrelevant, insignificant, and so on and so forth. So they were presented in a very light and insignificant manner. So when a serious issue is being presented in a very unserious manner, then we have what we call a dark humor. Then another form of comedy is what we call a romantic comedy. A romantic comedy. Of course, when you talk about a romantic comedy, then we are referring to a kind of comedy that talks about the love affairs between two individuals, two lovers. And before the main thing to note here is that they usually experience light tension, light crisis, e.g. one of the parents trying to stop them from getting married or engaging in a relationship, and so on and so forth. But at the end of the day, there is usually a happy resolution of such contraction or such contradiction, such complication between the two lovers. So when any book is written in this manner, when a play is presented in this manner, then we have what we call a romantic comedy. Till we meet another time, it's bye for now. Thank you.